Oh, frog fishing. Frogfish. There we go. Look at that. Big old wad of salad. Copperhead frog. Life is good. Some good looking grass too, guys. There you go. It's a party. Oh, that's a good bite. Crushed it. Oh, that's a stud. Come here. Alright folks, welcome back to the channel, and man, there is nothing funner or more fun than throwing this little guy in the fall and catching these nice quality fat grass bass. Throwing that copperhead Bates frog, the wave frog, and look at that guy. That's what we're doing today. We're in the afternoon, got a little bit of a breeze, bluebird skies, air temps are like 90. And it is fall, but it sure doesn't feel like it out here. It feels like summertime. And man, I came out here to do something else, and I kept hearing bait popping in the grass, and I got sidetracked and picked up a frog and made a few casts and got a blow up right off the bat. So, man, that's what we're gonna do. You don't have to talk me into throwing a frog. We're just gonna cover as much water as we can. We're fishing kind of specific spots. I'll tell you what I'm looking for as we get more into the video, but that's awesome, man. Nothing but fun. Got a little frog bite going on, fellas and fillettes. Hey, what do you say? Got a little frog bite going on today. This little copperhead Bates wave frog. Man, the grass looks so good in this lake. Stuff popping. It's just feeling right. Full sunshine, hardly any breeze. And man, can't help but throw this little sucker around. There's some fish busting out middle of the lake. I just reeled my frog in. I was gonna go out there and cast at them. Smash. Fish was up in like nothing. And they're getting it good. Look at that. Sucking it down. I mean, that fish was in like a foot of water. Right in that shade by the little cypress tree. Cypress Hill. There we go. There we go. It's a good fish. Ate it. Man, this is the deal, man. We are having fun. We are having fun. Coming up in the afternoon, evening, and the frog bite is on, man. Look how pretty that fish is. Still on copperhead baits. It's a wave frog. It's a good little frog, guys. It's a good little fish. It was fun. That was a heck of an explosion. Kaboom! Dude, there ain't nothing like it. There ain't nothing like that frog bite at all. Dang it. That's it, sucker. And he ate it. Slurped it in. First cast on the spot. Well, second cast. A little shad jumped up. And there's a lot of bait in here. There's a lot of bait in here. Just saw some bait flicker right there. Hope you're enjoying the video. Man, there is nothing like a good frog bite. I went to the lake not planning on fishing shallow around the grass, but I kept hearing popcorn, the bluegill that are sucking insects off the top of the grass, and that juicy grass. It just kept calling me. And that's something you gotta look for when you're out there doing this. Listen, use your ears, use your eyes. The areas that have bait popping in the grass, that's the areas you need to key on. I'm not saying you're gonna get bit in those areas, but that's the high percentage areas. And I want to show you this frog. This is a frog by Copper Red Baits. I started fishing this frog last fall. There's a ton of frogs out there, and something I really like about this frog is it's a hybrid type of frog. This is the loudmouth edition, so it's got a little bit more of a cup. But when I say hybrid, I mean you can fish it in all the places you can fish a popping frog, but you can also fish it in the same places that you can fish a just traditional walking style frog, because it's just a little bit of both. It does a great job however you want to fish it. This is the traditional wave frog. This is the loudmouth edition. You can see this has got a little bit more of a cup. And the problem you'll have with, say, like a spro frog when you're fishing it in heavier grass is it's, imagine this just completely cut away. It's just like a popper. It's got a flat nose, and it wants to hit and kind of do this. It doesn't do quite as good in the heavy vegetation. It'll actually roll over on you. But this frog right here is a hybrid. It's got just enough cup to actually spit, but it slides through the grass good, and you can walk it excellent. So it does, when you hit it good, it will throw like a spray out there, but it won't flip over. And it, like I said, it walks excellent. I always like to trim this the legs down. You can see I've done it with this. This is right out of the package, and this is, I've kind of trimmed this up a little bit. I like to take the skirt and go down about to the eye. Just kind of use that for a rule of thumb. That seems to be a good length to still get that good profile, but you also are able to walk the dog, walk the frog a little more. And I like to tie a loop knot. It just gives it a little bit more freedom. But folks, if you don't have any of these frogs, seriously, just buy you a couple of them. They're well worth it. They're a little bit different. They've got just a little bit of splash. It's a little more finessey, but you can hit it really hard and give it that pop. If you want some real
you know, more of a popping style frog, this loudmouth edition is the way to go. But the wave frog is definitely it's a hybrid in between. They got a bunch of cool colors. Good dude that's making these, and I was throwing it on some new braid that I've been trying. This is bass braid. It's from the same people that make the sniping braid. Sniping braid's been real popular in the crappie fishing world. But 50-pound braid, I was throwing it on a actually a heavy rod. This is a rod I've been kind of working into my arsenal, and I'm still getting used to it. But it's a Phoenix FTX series, so it's the feather series. It's a 7'3" extra heavy, and that's what you need. You need something that is got some balls to get the fish out of the grass, but you need a little bit of tip so you can kind of skip that bait in there and you can kind of work it and twitch it and stuff like that. So just a 7'3", 7'4" rod, 7-to-1 gear ratio, and I like 50-pound braid, 50 to 60-pound braid, whatever works for you.
Okay. So I had to give him a little slack. See, look at that. He got it on the bottom of the mouth. Huh. No, he didn't. He just didn't get it all the way. I don't know why. It's a smaller fish, but man, a couple of fish I've missed today have been really good fish. I think I just pulled it away from them. What I've been focusing on with this frog, it seems to have been working for the most part. It doesn't work every time, but a couple different things. There's a point right up ahead of us. See that bird peeking his head out of the grass? So most of the fish I've been catching or getting bites on have been around the point. So, you know, just kind of main lake points, little secondary points, and then inside, not too far, like the first 100 yards or so of a main lake point are where we're getting bites. And just covering a lot of water, moving fast. It seems like they're okay with it moving pretty fast, so I haven't had to slow it down too terribly much. We got a little bit of wind, so we're working the windy side of the lake here. And another key thing is bait. I mean, we got a bird there, so there's probably some bait in the area. But if you hear bait popping in a mat, that's a good sign. That's what you want to hear. Doesn't always mean you're going to catch fish, but it does mean that there's bait in the mat, and you know that's why the fish are in the mats, is to eat. So hearing that popping sound from bluegill that are eating little bugs off the top of the mat, that just adds to the odds. It puts the odds in your favor that there will be a fish in that mat. Now there's not any mats right over here. There are some submergent grass right in here on this point. So we're gonna fish probably about another 30 feet, and we're gonna go look at something else. You just got to keep on moving. Got to keep on covering water. You find the right mat, and there can be multiple fish in that mat, but there's no sense of fishing it. Ugh, dang it! Broke me off. Oh, look at that! It actually broke the loop. You know, I always tie a loop knot, and it broke that braid. So that's why you should retie after you catch several fish, because I've caught quite a few fish on that knot. Not just this trip, but several trips in the past. And that sucker just broke. That was a good fish, man. I just reared back at him, back on him. I got heavy, and then boom. So we gotta see if we can find another frog just like that. That frog was really getting it done. Damn! Blew that. God, my dog. The same fish or not? Oh yeah. Oh, came off. There we go. I think that was that same fish. Pretty sure it was. Threw back in that same area and got it the second time. Man, those fish are beautiful. It's a bad little mamma jamma. Missing some fish now. I don't know what's going on. See, this is a nice little spot right here because you got some hollow water on the backside, but you got this little point that kind of comes out right here. This little grass point. Stick an ambush spot. Kind of see there's like a little pond on the backside of that, but anywhere along the inside of this little stretch right here has got potential. I mean, it's a good little spot right there. This frog, man, just does really good. Just spits a little bit. Doesn't get hung up like a real popping frog. It's a hybrid frog. Right back in there, you got the willow grass. So there's two grasses coming together. Those are always high percentage spots. And you got two sections of grass coming together. You definitely need to throw over there. There won't always be one there, but sometimes there will be. You hit that side, now we're going to hit the back side of it. Nice. Got him. Man, look how pretty that fish is. It's gonna wrap it up, folks. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Man, we had a few hours and frog bite is on. It was fun. These fish are so beautiful. Copper red baits at Wave Frog, guys. It's a unique frog because it's got this little cup, so it's not like a popping frog. You can still work it through mats and stuff, but it has a little splash. It doesn't catch like a traditional popping frog would. It doesn't do this. It just kind of catches a little bit and spits water. So you're throwing a little bit water on top of that grass mat and making commotion, and it's a hybrid frog, and man, I'm a believer in it. Dirty Rat is a really good color. I like black, darker colors in the fall. But whatever you got confidence in, I recommend picking up some. I got a link that'll get you 10% off from Baitworks, THM10, get you 10% off if you want to check out a couple of these. They're only like $10, $11, something like that, so well worth it. That's all I got for you. Until next time.